Hello there, welcome back to season 50. Now we're demonstrating the brand new pistol, the Clown Cannon. And this pistol is pretty cool. You can see right there, it has a really cool thing that once you shoot and then you run out of bullets, you see that? You reload, it looks pretty cool. Now we have a unique characteristic on this weapon and it's called critical heat. So each hit increases the chance of critical damage by 5%. So each bullet that you shoot and you hit somebody, you're gonna have the possibility increased by 5% of receiving 2 times damage. So this weapon has really fast fire rate, so you're gonna get that pretty quick. I maxed it out with a total of 1,025 weapon enhancement points and 410,000 credits. Let's move over to the accessories. So this one is going to give you scope increased by ×1 and the effective range of 15%. And then this one's going to reduce the bullet spread. This weapon has a high amount of dispersion already, so therefore I believe that that's going to be the better option just to make it more accurate. We can decrease the bullet spread by 20% even more, which is going to be pretty good, or we can reduce the bullet spread by 5% and reduce the recoil. If you're able to manage the recoil, then I suggest that we just go for the bullet spread. We can increase the rate of fire by 15%, but reduce the effective range by -7%. So that's a bit unfortunate. Or we can go with this one, which is going to give you the critical chance of +10%. So now you're looking at a 15% chance. That means you're going to get the 2 times damage a lot quicker. Therefore, I'm going to recommend that you use this one. That'll be the better option for you. For the magazine, you can increase the damage by +10% and the ammo by 15%, or just the ammo by 50%. Obviously, let's go for the damage. And this weapon reloads really quickly, so you're going to be fine. Of course, we need this one to reduce the recoil and improve the running speed. That'll really be helpful. For this one, you can decrease the enemy's running speed by -30% and improve the effective range of damage. I recommend the damage. And then, of course, you're going to need this one that is going to increase the rate of fire by +10%. Ultimately, making this a very formidable weapon. So this weapon is pretty good, but again, it's not better than the Prometheus and it's not better than the Thermite. But it is a very good weapon to add to your collections because look at that distance that it has right there of 20. It's pretty good. It is ultimately, again, a good weapon. Not the best in the game at this season, but it is a good one, especially if you don't have the weapons from the previous season. And if you're new to the game, my God, this weapon is really going to help you out. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe, drop us a like, and hit the notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.